Five, four, three, two, one. This is the Jedi 08, also known as Jeremy the Jedi Guillory, and this is the Broken Turnbuckle Episode 4 podcast. So Wrestlemania 41 just happened. I just posted my reaction videos to it. I'm not going to do very many of those for right now. I might do those for PLEs and things. Work in progress. Just work in progress. So, um, breaking news in case you haven't heard before, Tyler Turbo is not with us anymore. He had respectfully resigned from the podcast. So I'm just going solo for right now. Nothing I can say, nothing I can do. I'm sorry. I know that we did just top tens last couple episodes, and the first episode was just me. Well, it's just me again. So tonight was just going to be an overall review of the night Wrestlemania, both nights, and our initial reactions and everything. We were just going to discuss it and be a live reaction to it on our thoughts and everything. Um, all I can say is that my reaction videos summed it up, even though it's supposed to be comical. So, not much else I can say about it. Not much else. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be a very short episode, very basic. So watch the press conferences and everything. Try to find something new to actually break down and talk about. Um, the breakdown of the event were. Let me get my notes out here. Just one moment. And yes, this is live recorded. I don't make any edits on this unless need to. Um, so first we get Jey Uso versus Gunther. This is the overview of night one, just so y'all know. Jey Uso versus Gunther. Jey Uso wins by putting Gunther in his sleeper hold. It really felt like that whole build up, that whole setup was just a replay of last year's WrestleMania from Gunther. So it was a really good match overall. I give it a solid A. New Day versus War Raiders match that we did not need or anything. Looked like it was put in the last minute. Was thinking, okay, if it's going to be a 5-minute squash match, it's going to be War Raiders. It went longer than that, and I just immediately knew New Day was going to win. That was a B minus match, just solid B minus match. We get Jade Cargill versus Naomi, good revenge match, good singles actual debut for Jade Cargill in a singles match. So why not put her in for WrestleMania for that? She did great. They did a good job. My reaction video shows that I was not happy about that powerbomb delay and things because there was a pinfall, but ref didn't count it. He was guiding them to do a jaded overkill. It wasn't as brutal as all their other interactions were. It was just a basic match. A minus. A minus. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. I'm giving it a solid A. Just solid A. Um, Crowd was starting to get into it. Solid A. El Grande, El Americano versus Ray Phoenix. A. I mean, A minus. A minus. I get what they're doing with Americano winning. I get it. You can do that. Just whatever, whatever at this point. Um, so yeah, yeah. Amos would rather them just end his character now, but they're apparently going to drag it on. So I'm going to have to give that one an A minus, a B plus, and A minus match. It wasn't that great. They had the same attire basically, but different outfits, so you could tell them apart at least. Um, Charlotte versus um, Tiffany Stratton, same attire, exactly same attire, all the way down. You cannot tell them apart worth anything. And all that people talked about was chippy time. Tiffany Stratton chipped a tooth, and she retained the title. It was very violent, very intense, really good. Had they not worn the same attire, I would rank it higher than what I am, but I'm just going to go with an A right now. Just an A. I'm sorry. The attires killed it for me. The chip tooth didn't help either, but it is what it is. Accidents happen. I cannot count that into the ranking whatsoever. Main event for night one: Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. They all did good job, phenomenal. It was a great main event. Got the crowd actually on their feet. They were very excited for it. Everyone's rooting for Punk, and the Heyman turn really surprised us all. I mean, what more can I say? What more? I was shocked on that in it. I was very shocked. So I'm going with an A plus for that one. A plus. So night one, probably gets an A minus a rating. Really good. Not top 10 worthy for right now. We'll just see how it ranks overall. But that's going to be up to me and my new co-host at this point. Going on to night two, we got the opening match, triple threat for women's championship. Bianca was going in undefeated. She ends up losing. So, in a way, when it comes to a triple threat match, that all becomes predictable at that point. You discount the champion, have the two contenders fight it out and everything, and then champion comes out on top. You can see that a mile away, so why not? Why not? You might as well give them a different shot for it and things. So there's that going on. McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Bear in mind, these matches just happened. Freshly on the mind. Um, it is 11. It is currently 11:30 right now. So we're just having to go throughout an overall reaction right after the press conference. So yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. That was a really solid match. Really did enjoy the no disqualification street fight. It was a natural street fight. Razor's Edge through the table. Um, all the weapons were used perfectly for it. A plus. Um, Fatal Four Way for the Intercontinental Championship. Really good match. Was really thinking that Breaker was going to retain, or Phoenix, or Penta was going to come back and get the match win, and they decide to turn it up and say, "Oh no, um, we're gonna give it to Dominic Mysterio." And my only reaction to that is this Rey Mysterio's, or sorry, Dominic Mysterio's first WrestleMania win? Um, I would have to double check and follow up with that later on, or tell me in the comments. Was it his first ever WrestleMania win? I believe that he won a couple times at WrestleMania with his father in a tag team match. So let me know in the comments. Um, Randy Orton singles match, 3 minutes 10 seconds. Really good match. Um, Also backtracking, A for the Fatal 4 Way. Just solid A. Entrances, everything else, just an A. Randy Orton versus the surprise opponent, Joe Hendry. Yeah, yeah, we did not. Um, I don't think that was on my trump card. That was not on my bingo card or anything. So yeah, that was a good match overall. A minus, A minus. Joe Hendry did his pose twice. Second time, got the RKO. Only needed once. Only needed once. So nothing I can say or do about it. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Good match overall. Um, just so you know, I am a little bit diabetic, so during that match, I was having a little blood sugar issue. Did mildly pass out throughout the middle of the match. Came back to match was still going on, fortunately. So there's that. I didn't really see much of the main middle of the match. Um, so I'm not going to count that one as a bad match from what I've saw. I'm going to probably give it a B plus ish. Um, but yeah, not much else to say about it. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to say B plus for right now. You can say something in the comments saying, "Hey, this should be an A or A minus match." Um, I'm going to give it an 89, B plus. So yeah, nothing I can say or do about that. So um, next we go on to the women's championship tag team championship match with Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria and the returning Becky Lynch. Um, so it was a pretty decently good match. Lyra carried out the match throughout the entire time, and then when Becky Lynch was finally tagged in, she just closed it out. So yeah, good revenge, everything else. Good job, good job. I just don't like the way that it was built up. I don't like how they did it. In the very last minute, say that she was coming out, and the reports. The way that they did it was they had Lyra and Becky and Bailey win a gauntlet match to earn their way into this championship match. And last night, um, they cut up a promo where Bailey gets injured, and immediately afterwards, all the reports start pouring in, saying that she was not injured; it was already planned out for weeks, and that they were going to use this as Becky Lynch's return. I completely disagree with that. I completely disagree that's not how you need to do it. If you want to do it, have it as a surprise. But everyone hated it. Everyone hated the fact that not the fact that she was returning, but how she was being returned. there could have been another way to do it. Another way. You know, don't don't discredit Becky for that. You could do the same thing with Lyra for that. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. You want to do it for a tag team match and have her come out, all well and good, but don't do it that way. Just don't. You could probably had Lyra and Becky and Bailey um, do a match segment there, and then have Becky come out and do it that way. Big surprise, big pop, bigger pop. You know, but y'all dropped the ball on this one. Y'all let it out early, all because the locker room was not happy about it. Bailey was not actually injured. Y'all just threw it out at the last minute like this, and people were not happy. They were not happy. You had months to figure this out, and that was what y'all did. And Bailey was not happy. Becky was not happy about it. Uh, there's nothing you can say or do about it anymore. It's all done. Main event: Cena Rhodes. I, for one, enjoyed this match. It was a really good match. A plus. It was an A plus match all the way up until the finish. Right when the finish happens is when it goes to shit. I don't mind that John Cena won. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind John Cena won. We've discussed this and discussed this and discussed this ever since Elimination Chamber. And what was going on was that it could go either way. Either way. That's what makes this a good main event. It could go either way. Which way are they wanting to do it? Do they want to give Cena the title, or do they want Cody to continue his story? What should we do? What should happen? And of course, give Cena the championship for the 17th time. That's a no-brainer. But the question is when? When to do it? Now, you can say that the time to do it would have been right there at that WrestleMania. You might as well say that, but he was a heel. He was a bad guy. His everything that he did building up to it was very bland and not really entertaining. I cannot say that I was sold with him winning at the WrestleMania here. And I was telling Turbo, you know, if they choose not to do it here, let them do it at SummerSlam. Let him do a really bad Cena fall angle where he's not doing really good and he says it's going to be my career versus title at SummerSlam, and he wins it at SummerSlam. They can do it that way. If they do it here, where are they going to go with it? He's going to have to drop the title before December. He's going to have to do it. This could be a passing the torch moment. Why didn't he do it? Why didn't they go with it? You know, but I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm excited to see where it goes. Overall, it's all up in the air at this time. Travis Scott came out, and his timing of it was really good. Was not perfect, but hey, at least it got the match going. And did he do anything overall for the match? No, no. He did a slight distraction, but the distraction didn't really do anything um, for the match overall, which is good. The thing that what gets me down about the finish is how it happened. They could have had Cody kick out of the belt, being hit in the face. Then they give him another um, FU attitude adjustment and do it that way. Do a good finish, not just knock him out with the belt. Don't just knock them out with the belt and have that be the main event ending. You know, you can do that as traditional match, but this is 2025. You got to do it better than that. Everyone's seen it. Everyone's seen it. I mean, do better, John. Do better. Um, but yeah, that was a solid A+ match. Um, so I'd probably give this Mania an A- to an A overall. I don't really recall what I said for the reaction. I think I said the same thing. I hope. I hope. Cross fingers. I hope. So yeah, there's that. There's gonna be no images on this one, no cuts or anything. So you know, don't worry, don't worry. So the match, my main issue with that main event finish was the title being used as a weapon, and they use it as a pinfall. They could drag it out good 30 more seconds and would have finished up just as good, if not better. Um, so, yeah, that's my only real critique for that main event. Not much else to say. It may change over time. It may be roll. It may be one of the top matches overall of all time. Who knows? So yeah. So yeah, not much I can say. Not much I can do. I don't write these. Um, that's all for the writers there. So next week, we're supposed to make a discussion piece. Cannot do a discussion piece with one person. So that is TBA. TBA. We need a co-host. We need a partner. We need something to work on this discussion piece. We're not doing countdowns. We're not doing reviews or anything like that. What we're going to be doing is controversial discussions. And who else to do it other than about Vince McMahon? So there was a documentary out that came out earlier this year on Netflix. We're going to I'm going to be discussing that, get my overall thoughts. I might even watch it again throughout the week to get ideas um, before I do the episode, so I can gather up my thoughts and have fresh things on it. That was the last thing that me and Turbo talked about. Was, hey, what should we do for episode 5? The next episode, the episode after WrestleMania. What should we do? At first, he said one, and I said no, no. We're going to save that one for June. We're saving that one for June. So, I was going with different ideas, and he said, "Well, let's do Vince McMahon." And I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing else showing up or anything?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah. We can review the documentary. He gave me good ideas to go with. We're going with that. That one's gonna be set." Um, how I'm going to do it right now, I don't know. I don't know. For more information as to what happened in the last 24 hours, view my shorts. My shorts show say it. They say exactly what happened. So I cannot go into much other detail about it because it's very bad for me to say this, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He said that he was going to go to Colorado. I was like, okay, that's fine, that's good. And had arrived in his flight um, at the end of night one. Was looking good. He said he was going to watch a replay of night one and watch night two. We were going to review it right before night two happened. He said that he can't do it. He can't do it anymore. And next thing I know, his messenger was deactivated, and I'm like, okay, what should I do now? So I'm going to turn this negative into positive. We're going to keep on chugging along. I'm not going to give up on this, um, or anything. So yeah, yeah, we're going to wing it from now on and make what's best for it. We gotta. It's early on. You can't give something like this up early on. You do it, it's not gonna go well. We gotta get subscribers. We gotta get subscribers. We gotta get likes. We gotta get our names out there. So like, share, subscribe, everything that you can do. Everything that you can do. So we can actually get our names out there. I'm not giving up on this thing until it becomes a natural sinking ship. So if I don't get anything by the end of next year, if I don't get more than 100,000, 100 subscribers by the end of next year or so, or even 500 subscribers by the end of next year, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to be positive, see where this goes, see where this takes me. If it goes good, good. Not, oh well. You know, they're not getting lawsuits or copyrights for any of the skits I do or anything like that. I gotta get my name out here. I gotta do this. Um, there's no way around it. I just got it. Um, this is a roll of the dice and everything. I just gotta. I gotta take my chance and roll with it at this time. Can be successful without taking chances. And this is the biggest chance that I'm taking. The biggest chance, biggest opportunity, my one shot, my one opportunity. I am taking this chance. I just cannot risk doing anything else. I've lost almost everything. The last thing I need to do is lose this channel. So yeah, yeah, we need to do this. We need this. I need this. Personally, I need this. Um, so that I can show that I am worth something. So, this is the Jedi 08. This has been the Broken Turnbuckle podcast. Um, Next week we're doing Vince McMahon. Other than that, thank you and goodbye.